Jeremiah, it was a game where you seemed to get contributions from a lot of different people, didn't lean on any one player. Haven't had a ton of those this season. How do you think that came together tonight?
Just our willingness to play together, to get the job done. It was just our mission to beat Temple. That's what our focus was the whole game. So the outcome was successful.
JD,
Jeremiah, how much? Go ahead,
How
Keith.
big was Chris Vogt tonight, just especially on the defensive end, 5 blocks, I think?
Yeah, big time. We all know he's capable of that. He showed that tonight. It's just a matter of hard work he put in, what I'm saying, all his life, and we know he's capable of that. He showed it tonight like he should, and he will continue to do that.
Jeremiah, how much is a game like this where there's so much balance a sign of what this team's capable of as it continues to come together, where it's not just one guy, it's in any stretch, anybody can kind of get hot and carry the load for a little bit. Yeah,
that's what Coach preached about, togetherness. Play together all the time, 24/7. He preaches that a lot. And, the guys we got on our team, we're capable of doing that. None of our guys is selfish, So we go out and play for each other. And that's what we did tonight.
Do you say anything to Mason Madsen when he's walking to the free throw line with 10 seconds left? And what do you think of those shots he hit?
Oh, yeah. Him being a freshman, we just tell him, just make it. We know he's a shooter, stepping up to a big time, in a big time moment, we know he wasn't scared, nothing like that. But I was just telling him, you got this. Like, let's go knock these down. Get back on these. Get to stop. Stuff like that. Big time.
JD, that stretch in the second half where it started to get tight, hit a three, I think hit a jumper after that. Are you looking or feeling like a pressure to create something in those moments, or does it just come naturally?
Oh, it just come natural. That's the feel of the game. You feel you got open space, you got to take advantage of that open space. It's just a matter of who you are as a player, knowing where you at on the floor, things in that nature. So, yeah.
All right, guys. Can you hear me?
We got you, Coach.
All right. It's what happens. I think we figured out tonight would be 23 of our games. This wouldn't be hard to research. I think it's 23 of the games that we've coached since we've been here have come down to the last minute or two, 1 or 2 possession games. So it's a rite of passage. It's what we do. Everything's close, whether we want it to be or not. We got a lead, and some self-inflicted wounds gave it back a little bit. Proud of the guys that finished the game in terms of their ability to make plays, execute press offense, execute half court. Had a really, really good first half defensively, had a really good first 10 minutes defensively. And then we just, one of the things with our team right now, and I love the direction we're going in, we won 3 straight, and guys are really connected as we've ever been. But it's been a situation where we've kind of had, guys wanted to play it on their own terms. Everything works out for them, and they're all in. Right now, we're developing the mentality of being all in regardless of whether things are going good for you or not. So I was really proud of the way we executed at the end and the toughness we showed. Great win. That's a basketball team that had Wichita beat on the road, and it was playing, albeit lost 3 straight, really close games, and I think they're one of the tougher teams in the league in terms of physicality and mentality.
John, when you talk about what a John Brannen team looks like, how much is that balance that we saw tonight, how you want your teams to play?
Yeah, I like balance because I like the ball moving and making sure, guys, obviously we're going to ride a hot hand, and we need to have an alpha dog in terms of scoring. But what you saw tonight was, I'll give you an example. I don't know where it was, but it was the hook that Chris made. So we're moving the ball around. It's late shot clock. Instead of freaking out and going one-on-one, we move the ball around. We throw the ball back, throw the ball inside. We shoot a hook. It was just a layup, basically, right at the buzz of the shot clock. It showed great toughness and execution towards the end of the game.
John, you mentioned the connectivity on the floor. Can you see the confidence in that locker room grow? It has to help winning, but can you see that grow these past few games?
Yeah, I certainly can, and it really starts with how we're defending. I think we're really way more connected defensively. And again, I know we gave up 43 points in the second half, but that's 3 straight games of big time first half performances defensively. And if you go look at the possessions, points per possession has been really good. So our identity is our half court defense. And obviously we found a way to score 71 points, which for us is a lot. But yeah,
You
I see that
mentioned
connectivity. That connectivity showing up in a lot of different ways, Brandon.
You mentioned the self-inflicted errors, self-inflicted wounds, but tonight it seemed like you guys kind of won in spite of those, where earlier this year it's sunk you. What was the difference? Why was that different tonight?
I don't know. I think guys, pulled together a little bit more, maybe. Just focused on the team a little bit more, and probably just matured through it a little bit.
Mason Madsen can shoot the ball, but entering today, he was 0 for 1 from the line this whole season. What are you thinking with him going to the line in the last 10 seconds?
That he makes every foul shot he shoots in practice. So thought it'd be a good idea to put him there. But he missed one of the technicals, so I guess we'll have to have a discussion. And then
how big a moment is that for him in his growth and progression?
Well, I think it's big, but I think the thing is being able to defend. I thought it was a pretty good block shot on the 3-pointer. I think that he stays on the floor because he can defend. And then when you're a shot maker or a potential shot maker, I mean, I'll give you an example. So we're running an action, and JD recognizes that they're basically double teaming Chris with the help side defender in the lane. JD skips the ball, and he skips it 5 feet over Mason's head. Okay, that was the driving layup where you got the 3-point play. JD made a great decision. We're just not there yet where we put that ball on time, on target. That's the difference between us being the team that we're capable of hopefully becoming. We just need time for that.
8 points and 6 blocks for Chris tonight. How big was his play?
Oh, huge. I think that he looked like his freshman year in the first half. And then he came out in the second half and stayed focused and really was great in terms of his help side rim protection. Then he started scoring in the post. He was really, really vital in terms of and again, like Mamadou was vital. He gave us great minutes in the first half. And so again, I told guys, it may not be your night tonight. That's the strength of this team, is our depth. It'll be your night the next night. I mean, Tari's gone through that. He had a game where he didn't play great, comes back and plays phenomenal. So it's a matter of time and just sticking with it and staying with your teammates and believing in each other.
Those 6 blocks for Chris, was that a change in defense or approach or anything like that?
No, he's just aggressive. He's just being more aggressive.
John, can you talk about that opening stretch? It was 9-2 them, and then media timeout. You get together with them, you say something, they change things around. What did you say to them, and how big was that stretch?
I don't think it's anything more than, I remember I was up in Indiana watching the Pacers game when Billy was head coach of Oklahoma City. It was the second game of a back-to-back. And this is when he had Durant and Westbrook. And they had the same thing. And then after the first media, they came out and they played really well. And I remember I met with him after the game. I said, "What'd you say that first time out?" Same question you just asked me, Keith. He was like, "I didn't say anything. We're competitive. The guys are tired of getting their ass beat." So that's what our guys were. They were tired of getting beat up and down the court. We're competitive. There's no magic coaching. Those guys just made plays when they came out of timeout, settled down.
How did Jeremiah Davenport kind of had a stretch? Jeremiah Davenport had a stretch there, kind of 10 to 6 minute range. How did his energy and what he was doing kind of turn the tide of the game?
I told Jeremiah many times. Jeremiah's got the ability. His fire sets everybody else going. I mean, he sets the emotional temperature of our team, and when he's doing that, when he's locked in, he gets everybody else going. But you can't use that fire to burn the house down. Right. So we got to have that fire to help, but we can't burn the house down. And when he gets going, yelling at officials and screaming and yelling is when I use that to take him out, get him settled down. His maturity in the last year has been exceptional. And I'm really proud of the way he's maturing. And he's very, very coachable. He's a mainstay in this program for years to come. And he's got tremendous pride. There's something different when you can put on that Cincinnati jersey and you're from Cincinnati. There's a little extra pride involved in that. And I'm appreciative of Jeremiah's energy each day.
You said after the first Temple win, like that was the game plan, beat Temple. That's what you talked about. Jeremiah just said the same thing a couple of minutes ago. Can you explain how that's different than maybe what you guys have normally done and why now it's a good time?
We're becoming a little bit more mission focused. I believe process is how you ultimately win, long range. Right now we need to become mission focused in terms of just the next game. I tell the guys all the time, you play well, everything else takes care of itself, but we needed some results. So it's not a real change, Justin. It's just, a little bit of a tweak in focus.
Is that something you recognize with this team that you thought would work specific to them?
Yeah, I mean, I think, this is a pandemic. Nothing's normal. I haven't had a single practice that's normal. No day is normal. So we've been a little more creative in some of the things we've done. And I think the guys have appreciated it because I think, you know, you get a little bit of the mundane. I can't tell you, I mean, I always say at every press conference, but it's the same thing every day for these guys. And there is nobody in there. There's nobody here. I mean, I don't hear anybody. So other than the great fans we had at the baseline in terms of our students that were able to come out. So what these guys go through and then to perform the way they perform, it's just, you know, keeping it fresh is important.